falling faster than I did before. Falling from the sky and I'm tired of it all. Baby, don't be mad, but I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I'm not watching my life pass by for you. Trying my hardest, but it's not enough for you. Waiting for your love, but I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Freddie S.
Actually, it's Dawn and Dawn.
Yeah. So not Freddie S. I don't look like him.
It's the double Dawns. Freddie, we're really elevating the set these days.
We are.
Between Emily and Dawn.
Yep.
The Dawns and Dawns. I know, it kind of feels like old times, right?
Right? It's been a long time since we hosted, though.
I know.
Many years.
It's been a really long time, right?
Oh, my God.
Remember
Too
that time
long.
we hosted? Unfortunately, it was when Freddie's mom passed away.
Yeah.
And all the Dawns came.
Right. It
And
was
all the girls
overwhelming.
came for that week.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the last week, and that was like 6 years ago it had to be, that he was actually out for a week, where we all filled in. And
Yeah.
so when you know the community is there and supports
Right.
you.
Thank
It was
God.
before I even had a crew.
Yeah.
I think JoJo might have been on board. I had no crew. I threw all my friends in, and I had someone on lights and someone on sound, and we just like pitch hit it because who even knew what to
I know. It was hysterical. Too much fun.
do. And now look, now you've got your own show.
I got my show.
It only
Yay!
took 7 years.
Huh?
It only took 7 years.
Freddie, she got me. Of course.
But now look, I mean, you're rolling, you're growing your own network.
I am. Let's see how that goes. That's coming. We have to push it out a little bit, but that's okay. It's in God's timing, not ours.
But your show has taken off. It's been incredible.
I hope so. I think so. I'm having fun with it.
That's what matters.
I know. And I have to give a plug to Haley Page. Dawn.
Can we just
these
see your shoes, please?
Oh my God. I don't know if you can.
We can. Those are beautiful.
I mean, shut up. You've got to see the back. The back has a little locket. I'm telling you, and they're so comfortable.
Are they comfy?
Yes, they are.
They're soft.
And they're,
Wow.
she has a wide toe box because I have a very wide foot. And I had said to her on the show, you know, I asked her, I said, look, I love pointy shoes, but I can't wear pointy shoes because I have wide feet. She goes, so do I. And that's why I made the toe box wide. So you can wear these. And she's going to try them on after the show to see if she wants to get them.
Haley Page was on your show 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
and she had the whole back of the studio
my
set
God.
up with shoes.
So fun.
And I am such a shoe person. I didn't buy anything.
I know. I was shocked.
But you tell me I can buy until the end of August,
End
and
of
proceeds
August.
still go back to Rosie's Garden.
That's right. That's right. So her website is She Is Cheval, Cheval, and at checkout you put in Rosie, Rosie, Garden, Garden. You'll get free shipping, and 10% goes to the Rosie Foundation.
And tell us about the Rosie Foundation.
The Rosie Foundation is in honor of my niece Rosie, who was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer at the age of 11 and a half. She fought for over 2 years, lost her battle, and so we give money to children with cancer and animal rescue.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And the necklace you're wearing also.
Yes,
right?
this
It
is in
supports the
honor of
foundation.
Rosie as well. It's called Rosie's Garden, is the jewelry side of it, because I'm a
beautiful.
jewelry designer. So her and I really hit it off because being a designer, and we were, I could talk to her for hours. I'm telling you, it's like, hello.
Amazing. But those boots are great, and you
I
tell me
know.
she's got shoes with feathers.
Oh yeah.
and
Oh God, I so
stones
want
and-
those, but they're 4-inch heels. Can't do it at my age. Not happening.
Well, I told you, it's National Senior Citizen Day.
And yes, I am, but I don't dress like a senior
look
citizen.
like you when I am
Oh
your
my
age.
God, girl! It's
Honestly.
like, I was telling you earlier. I looked in the mirror yesterday and this morning, and I had like my eyes are all swollen. I'm like thinking, what is going on? Am I aging like quickly overnight?
When I wake up, I think, thank God nobody sees what I
I
look like
know.
when I get out of bed.
Hello.
Nobody, because between the ice pack on my head, the ice pack on my shoulder,
did
wrong. Linda, my pillows are always wrong. It's like I got a new bed coming on Saturday. Yes, we actually are doing the sleep number bed. Because
Are you really?
I'm going to try it. My son teased me, he goes, Mom, that's a hospital bed. But between Chuck snoring, which keeps me up, me being 57, which keeps me up, it's like, who decided, and I really want to know, who said that you're supposed to share a bedroom and a bed at this age?
I know.
I don't know who made this commonplace.
Do you wear earplugs?
No, but I think that might be
Girl, I wear earplugs because Richard snores, and we got the king size bed. So now it's harder for me to like nudge him.
Right.
So and he puts 2 fans on, so it's like major like white noise. I wear earplugs and I wear eye mask. I have the heating pad,
So
the mouth guard. Oh yeah, it's so attractive.
again, why we decide we should share a bedroom? Wouldn't it be better like royalty? You have your suite, they
Right.
have their suite,
And you want to
then
get busy, you get busy.
You get busy, then everyone just goes to sleep. That's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering. We should really look that up. At what point did we decide that everyone should share a room
I
and
know.
a bed?
I know.
I used to laugh. My grandparents had 2 beds in their room.
The single beds,
Yes.
like Lucy and Ricky of I Love Lucy.
Genius, right?
Right.
Right. And then somehow we decided, it must have been the bed manufacturer, said,
Yeah.
let's change it up and let's make a more expensive
Yeah.
bed so you can share it. I don't know, but they weren't married for 30 million years.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I haven't been married that long because I got married later in life. You know.
but he still snores and your shoulders
Yeah.
still hurt. So
Exactly.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
you look beautiful.
Well, thank you. Back at you.
You look beautiful.
It's so funny because this morning I woke up with a headache. I'm like, really? I get up at 6 o'clock. I say hi to Richard with my mask up, my hair all over the place. I go get the ice pack. I put the ice pack on my head, the heating pad on my shoulders, and I'm like, okay, Lord, you got to heal me because this is not good.
Welcome to my mornings.
I know, we're very similar in a lot of ways.
It's just crazy. And Linda was telling us the same thing. She said, but she retired, her shoulder pain is gone.
Ugh.
And Steve is retired, so I guess your headache pain he doesn't snore now either, right?
Pardon?
He doesn't snore, right?
He doesn't snore.
That's nice.
It's great.
Use your mic.
It's fantastic. I
Linda, hold your mic.
When I met him, that was one of the first things you screened for. You know,
Snoring?
you hop
They don't
into
snore
bed
when
and
they're
make
young.
sure there's no noise coming out of the guy next to you.
I don't know, but you've been together, what, 35 years?
Something like that.
Wow.
He's shaking his head yes.
Well, we didn't get married because we didn't want to get divorced. So it worked out
That's
extremely
hysterical.
well for us.
Hey, you know, if it works for you, right?
Yeah.
I waited till later in my life. I never got married because everybody was getting divorces, and I had to walk through them with my friends, and I'm thinking, I'm going to wait. So it's less time. No, sorry, I love my husband. He's wonderful.
Well, we're
Yes.
hippies. We're hippies. I grew up through the 60s and the 70s, and we were told it's just a piece of paper, make love, not war. There was all these things, and I really totally bought into all these, what were considered very radical things back then. Steve and I traveled to Orlando, and they wouldn't let me in our room because we weren't married.
Wow.
And I said, but all my stuff's in there. I can tell
true?
you everything's in there. So I said, call the police. Please come up. They won't let me in the room. So finally I just said, look, I'm a reporter. Give me your names because this is going to make a great story. And I was in the room within about a few seconds.
They wouldn't let you in the room because you weren't married?
Correct. This is in
Wow.
Orlando, Florida.
When in the six? It had to be the 60s.
No,
No,
no.
it couldn't have been.
Steve, do you recall when this was? Was it already the 80s? Yeah, it had to be in the 80s because we met in, somewhere in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was very strange for,
That's unbelievable.
and then I didn't want to go to my college reunions because I didn't, I just assumed everybody would be married with the house and the 2 kids and da-da-da-da-da. So I go to the high school reunion, and I find out 1/3 of the class, hey, I'm married, I had kids, they don't like each other.
Exactly, right?
1/3, surprisingly, did the same thing that Steve and I did, had very long-lasting relationships without the piece of paper. The last third like to have a few divorces. So I would run into students who were like, no, I had 2 or 3 divorces. When you're young, you're just assuming everybody's going to have this perfect life with these perfect spouses and these wonderful kids. And sometimes that happens, but sometimes your kids don't come out good. So,
Well,
so you never
life
know.
happens. Nothing's perfect.
You
except-
never know what you're going to get.
It's what it tastes like, a box of chocolates.
Yep.
You never know what's on
Exactly.
the inside. The nuts, the caramel, the chocolate, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Things to do. Well, we're all here, so thank you for pitch hitting with me. Emily, thank you
Absolutely.
for all you've done. We've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got Linda Hamburger joining us with on-call resumes. We're talking about public relations, resume writing, how to get a job, and Linda is here to help. We've got DJ St. LaFleur joining us on our remote situations. She is going to be talking about community activism and how Linda and DJ have so gracefully and gratefully stepped up to help us with Amp Media Futures Foundation. So we're going to see what's happening with that, save the date for some things coming up, and we are launching your segment called True Crime. I don't know what your name is.
True Crime Tuesdays.
True Crime
Ooh.
Tuesdays with Emily. So she's going to do her first segment today as well. So a lot of good stuff. Dawn is with
Awesome.
us. We've got some games happening because C Squared is back and Freddie is out and about, and Jeff Santos' show airs today live at 3. So more to come on the other side of this commercial break. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Like and subscribe, and also Amp Media Productions, where you can see shows like Call Me Zena, Faith Story, Sarah Spiritual, and all the shows that we do here right in the studio. More to come. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Amp Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Have you filed for disability benefits but were denied by the Social Security Administration? Or do you need to apply for benefits and are overwhelmed with paperwork? Are you between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury? Thousands of hardworking Americans are in your situation. They file for disability benefits every month and are unnecessarily denied their much-needed benefit check. Call now for a no-obligation, free evaluation. We can help you nearly double your chances of approval and get your benefit checks faster. We understand the physical, emotional, and financial impact and will share our insider expertise. There is a time limit to apply. We're here to help you get your disability claim filed and paid as soon as possible. Please, time is limited. So, if you are between the ages of 50 to 63 and can no longer work because of an illness or injury, call right now and let us help you file your disability claim with the Social Security Administration.
Introducing Pure Light, the revolutionary air purification system integrated into a special LED light bulb. Pure Light eliminates pet odors, human odors, and even mold and smoke odors with just the flip of a light switch. Guaranteed for 5 years with a 100% money-back guarantee. Transform your home or office today. Visit pure-light.com and use code RUSS, R-U-S-S, for an exclusive 20% discount. Breathe cleaner, live happier with Pure Light. PURE-LIGHT.com. Promo code RUSS, RUSS.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay.
And we are back, and that commercial you saw is for Pure Light light bulbs, and it is revolutionary. Linda's sitting here going, the technology is amazing. It eliminates odors, and I can tell you we have it in our bathroom here firsthand. And has it been so much better?
I can actually see.
Right, you can see. I don't. Sometimes I'm like, is this even a good thing that we can see better? But you can see. Mold smells are better. Pet smells are better. It's supposed to make you happier. Look how happy Dawn is.
Oh yeah, I'm always happy.
Freddie
now.
says you and I should wrap ourselves in bubble wrap between the ice. I'm running out of ice pack wraps. Is all I can tell you. And I use them all on my way here, and then I leave them in the freezer. So then I go home and I open the freezer, and they're all here. So I got to start taking them all home. But check this out: pure-light.com. Put in promo code RUSS, R-U-S-S, for Russ Johnson. His show airs Monday. It is Lights in the Night. Amazing, talking about aliens and what's going on in outer space. And this is truly International Space Station technology. So you can have it in your home or your business.
Did you know you can get actual ice packs that you crack them? Girl, they're awesome.
Yes, but then you have to heat them to melt them to freeze them again.
No.
No?
No. I'll get Richard on it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We need like an ice pack sponsor is what we need. All right, Linda, you ready to get into this?
I have to plug the True Light first.
Okay.
I mean, it is an amazing, it works, because I had the cat litter pans, and so I stuck it near the cat litter pans, and it was such a happy moment. And then also, like you said, every bathroom needs it. Period.
Every bathroom needs it.
Every bathroom needs it. It gets rid of odors and germs. It sounded like a gimmick to me. When I first heard about it, it sounded like a gimmick. Somebody gave me a sample, and I used it, and it was not a gimmick. Trust me on that. That is not a gimmick. That is a real product that really works. Love it.
Terrific. So check it out, pure-light.com. It works. We have it here. We have it in all of these bulbs, and we're waiting to get the fluorescents when we have to order those. But amazing lights.
Can we talk about me for just a few moments?
I'd like to talk about you for more than a few moments. We've got Linda Hamburger here. Linda Hamburger has created a career in public relations, and we are so honored to have her joining us in our team. When she came into the studio one day, I said to Freddie, he says, who's coming in? I said, Linda Hamburger, blah, blah. He says, how did you get, Hamburger? How did you get Hamburger? I said, I don't know. I just met her, and she's coming in. He said, I have tried to get her into studio to work with me since before I knew him. So he is so excited to have you here and that we're working with you, which has been amazing. But tell us about you, what you've done, and what you're doing.
Well, see, I'm big time, but you're not supposed to say that. It's got to come from other people. So now I just say, well, Google me. And nobody Googles me. And that really annoys me because, like you said, I spent a lifetime in a very difficult career, very glamorous career. Very proud of all the nonprofits that I've worked with throughout many years. I mean, I could just go on with a whole list of them. Some of them, like I said, very glamorous, and some of them just like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, just something very close to my heart. So there is one thing that I found universal, though, for my, I called it, what was that, a side hustle you call it? Okay, so my side hustle was doing resumes, because I was a good writer, but I was always in between clients and jobs. So I always say I got fired more than I got hired. I mean,
great PR there.
it was really a pain in the you-know-what. So I got annoyed. So I decided I'm so good at getting myself jobs, maybe I can make a career out of helping other people get jobs. Every time I'd lose a job, I'd get a better job. And so, I got more and more practice.
Why did they fire you all the time?
That's a very good question. I think because I would show up and I would be on time and very professional and always wore, appropriate clothing and very serious about my work. And so I guess sometimes when you're almost a little too ambitious, other people either get jealous.
It's
intimidated, and I will say, when you're in the office environment, it's cutthroat, it's dog eat dog, particularly in what is considered a glamorous career. So I picked a few different hats to wear, also an adjunct professor of marketing for many, many years. And I just said, to heck with it, I'm not going to work in one company, give my soul to this one company, and feel like I'm coming home at the end of the day every day just a little aggravated. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to take a few part-time jobs and kind of cobble together, my own path in life. So that was it, part-time for my clients, part-time as a professor, and then my side gig became a fantastic gig. Mm-hmm. So, I can do this from home. I have fantastic results. I have 100% people calling me up. They're crying, They can't get their foot in the door. It's very difficult. I say to them, I've been there, done that.
Many times.
Many times. So what I want to kind of get in, if you don't mind, into this show is I want to give people the easy part of the equation.
Sure.
Which is to call the Florida Reemployment Assistance number. It's free. It's totally free. And the number's 1-800-681-8102.
Repeat that one more time.
www.floridajobs.org.
Say that one more time, the phone number.
800-681-8102. There's other fantastic resources. There's the Employ Florida Market website. Google that one.
Somebody, please. At least one person.
Career Source Broward has 3 locations. These things are totally free.
Free, right.
Why don't they tell you this when you're in college? What's up with that?
But the other thing is that colleges have resources, but if you don't know how to get in and make yourself seen, you become a number like everybody else.
Yep.
Which is really hard. I know FAU there's AI for things, there's resources, but like even Emily gave us a tip that when you're applying for a job, she says, don't go through this website, go do it a different way. But if you don't work with a professional to know, I didn't know that, you don't know.
No.
Oh, the worst advice I ever got was with one of my master's degrees. That's right, I have a couple, so got to fit that in. They said that you can go out and get $60,000 a year working at a large New York or Chicago agency. The thing is, what they didn't know is that my goal was to come back to Florida. And Florida didn't have these agencies that paid you that kind of money.
Well, you have to have that kind of money to live in those cities. That's the problem.
Couldn't get in the door.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Public Relations Society of America event, crying, of course. I snuck in the back door because I didn't have the money to get in. So back then you could sneak in the back door. And I got a job lead, and it was as an administrative assistant with the city of Delray Beach.
Nice.
And no, it's not a secretary. How fast can you type was the question on the questionnaire. Not how well can you write a press release or promote an event. It was, can you answer phones? Can you take meeting minutes? And I was like, yeah, I can do all that. And then as you're there, they get to know you. You can develop your skill set.
Sure.
You're nodding, so you know exactly.
Well, yeah, you got to get your foot in the door. Sometimes you have to take a lower level position.
Thank you.
In order to work up the ladder, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How did you get into your field, Dawn?
Well,
Dawn.
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 I I actually got my degree from UM in communications and broadcasting. Then I got my master's in special ed. And I did what I did. I raised my kids, and then I met Freddie. But it only took me 4 years to tell me no.
I know.
No, no, no. You never texted me no, and finally yes. And then he interviewed me just like this, and he said, come work with me.
Yeah.
And we did that in a radio room, and it grew. But all I knew was in front of the camera, and that I wanted to make a positive difference for families and kids with special needs. So I've been able to do all that, which is like God gave me all of this amazing.
Which you didn't know, it just all came together.
At 20-something. And who knew that when I met Chuck, he would be snoring 35 years later. So thank God I have this studio. But my crew, they're amazing. Hundreds and hundreds of students. And it took me a long time to realize we should actually do something official with this.
Right.
So that's what we do. But now they come and they get great experience here, Linda. But then what?
Right.
You know, they need your help with resume writing.
Exactly.
They need your help with getting the job, because even if they can get the resume and they go to their advisor, interview skills, and then what do they do next? How do they do it?
Oh, I got to interject. They go, I cost some money. Not a lot. I'm one of the more affordable providers.
You are so affordable.
I'm proud of myself.
How much do you charge for this?
If it's a one-page resume and somebody just starting out, pardon me, it's going to be about $75.
Oh my God!
It's a no-brainer, right? I know.
That is so inexpensive. The parents would totally cover that. Right?
And then I'm so good at doing resumes. 20 years of doing this, but they go, "Are you using AI?" I'm so offended.
Right?
I don't want to interrupt you, but just to say that you're right. I was on LinkedIn looking for help with my resume, and I was looking at quotes that were close to $1,000
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
for a one-page resume. So just hearing that, I actually found a girl that I knew that was good. She charged me. She wasn't a professional, and she charged me about $80. So now I'm looking at you like, wow.
Right?
LinkedIn, completely forget it. They need to be going to you.
Well, my heart is in it.
Right.
I mean, you have to have that little bit of heart. Now, people who are more advanced in their careers, it can be a lot of much more money. It's going to start at $175, and then.
But still, that isn't even a lot of money, Linda. I mean, really, that's like so affordable.
And then people go, I don't want to pay the $175. I'm unemployed. I don't have that kind of money. Well, why wouldn't you pay that kind of money to be making $30,000, $40,000
right.
in a couple of months? But you're telling me right now because you don't have a job, you can't afford the $75 or the $175 or whatever it costs.
Yeah.
But then what? They do the resume. They send it out. I get so many resumes.
Do you
many
really?
resumes that are not indicative of why they want to be here, why they want production. They may be a waitress here, a barista there, a stalker here and there. And then at the very bottom it says Adobe Premiere. So I've learned, because they're in college, I call every single resume I get. And I talk to them, because I've learned that the really good ones don't have the resume writing skills that even had to tweak it for what job they're applying for. Like, I'm glad you were a barista, but that doesn't tell me anything about why you want production.
Right.
So I call every single one of them, and that's how I know the one I don't call is going to be the good one. So I call every single one. Oh my gosh. But then what? Then they come in sometimes. I've had kids come in here in flip-flops, the slip-on rubber shoes with socks, shorts and a tank top, things that I think you can really help them with. Interviewing skills, how to dress. Like, you don't need to come in a suit and tie for some places, but maybe some you do.
Right.
And then how do you make eye contact? How do you even have that phone call?
Eye contact is so important. I told my husband, because when I first met him, he doesn't look in the eye. And I go, honey, that's a no-no. I've been in sales all my life. You always look the person in the eye. And he's gotten better.
Do you help them with that as well?
Pardon me?
Do you help them with interview skills?
Oh, of course.
Everything, how to get the job?
If you're not getting the interviews, it's the resume.
Right.
If you're getting the interviews, but you're not getting the job, then it's how you're interviewing.
Right.
I'll give you a couple quick pointers for free. Okay, I'm not going to charge for these. These are free pointers. Okay, one, when you go in for the interview, there's only one word you need to know, and that's yes.
Neville.
Okay, they ask you a question, you go yes.
Exactly.
That's it. You don't need to make a lot of conversation with them, that sort of thing. In fact, when you start to get into a more involved conversation, all they really need to know is that you're enthusiastic and you bring the right skills to the table. If they're taking the conversation into different directions and it's taking more than an hour, yeah, they're wasting your time and you're wasting their time. So now the other thing, and I've always said this for many years, pearls. Ladies, I don't care how cool you are. I don't care if they're fake. I don't care if they're real, but pearls.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you can wear almost anything you want, but if you put on the pearls.
Emily, you're kind of wearing pearls.
You can wear some really cool pearls though.
I do have a fake pearl necklace at home. Now I'm rethinking all of my choices in all of my interviews. I should have been wearing my fake pearl necklace.
Exactly.
Shows you're a little conservative, but look, I got some great pearl necklaces that aren't that conservative, but they're still fun and they're pearls. Me personally, being a fashion person.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, of course, what you wear is important. So there's jobs I can't get. Let's say I go into Sephora and I say I want to work there. They're going to go, oh, we are all hired up. Have a nice day. You want to get that job at Sephora, you're going to make sure your makeup looks perfect, that your outfit looks perfect. You're not going to go in there looking like Professor Hamburger. Okay?
Right.
So you also have to think about where you want to get that job, but the key is overdress. Overdress.
Okay.
So if you go for a job, there was a point in my life where I was having some difficulty, so I wanted a part-time job in a store, right? Just to keep busy, get out of the house. So I show up like in this fancy suit, and I'm like, they hire me, and it's like a $10 an hour job or something. And I just like, it was so perfect for what I was going through at that time. It was more important for me to get out of the house, meet people, keep busy. And then I met another professor, and he got me a job as teaching some current history classes.
Well, that's something important also to talk about, that it may not be your $60,000, $80,000 I'm out of college job.
Right.
But something is going to get you to that next step. Like you said, you met the professor, or you meet somebody else, you go to a networking event, or even for us.
Networking event, which, you know what, I didn't do that. I always got jobs, they were offered to me.
Oh my gosh, remember when I met you?
Yeah.
We were covering a shoot right here at Clive Daniels for one of our shows. There were hundreds of people there, and this was an upscale Becky and Boca shoot. And they were like, everywhere I turned around, someone's name was Dawn. And Dylan's mother was Dawn, and you come up and go, hi, I'm Dawn. and you said, oh, I do jewelry and blah, blah, and you tell me all this stuff. I'm like, great. It was like in here, and I'm running around.
And I knew that. I knew it was like not the right time.
But look how many years it's been, right?
It's
been a long time. But it was the
8, 9.
persistence. And then I met you again.
Right.
But just getting out there.
I was brought up with a very strong ethic that you always have to volunteer for something. It doesn't have to be a lot of groups. You don't have to put a lot of hours in it. But make sure that you're doing some volunteer activity, whether it's at your church or a nonprofit that you like, or whatever really makes your heart beat. Make sure you're doing some volunteer. It builds your resume. Again, you're doing something good, and it's helping you network. And you can say to them, look, I want to be in public relations. I'm going to write you a couple press releases for your organization. Just give me $50. Just something to build your portfolio is what I'm trying to say when you're starting out.
Yeah.
But Dawn, how I am about the nonprofit.
And actually,
let's talk about your nonprofit.
I want to talk about it. DJ is on, I call it on the box. So we're going to bring DJ LaFleur over. You introduced me to DJ, so I want you to do the introductions because you've worked with DJ for many years.
I wouldn't know how to introduce DJ. She's such a magical person. I met her as I was a member of the Lauderhill Regional Chamber of Commerce, and I would do some writing for the organization. And DJ came up and sat next to me one day, and she goes, "Hi, I'm a 3-time cancer survivor."
Wow.
Okay, so I tried to figure out how I could leave. No, I'm kind of kidding, you know.
She's kind of kidding.
Kind of, but not really. I want to know you, but no. Gotta go.
So I was teaching at Nova University at that time, and I asked if she could come in because you want your students to be culturally educated, not just on their own background, but on different areas that might not be familiar to them. So DJ, as the vice president of the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce, came into my class. It was debate. And she educated these students on Haiti. Did you know Haiti is bigger than Jamaica?
Wow. If we have DJ, can we put her up on the TV?
People don't know things.
And there she is. Hi, DJ.
Hi, DJ.
Hi, DJ.
I want to make sure we have your good sound. We're good. How are you doing?
We're doing great, thank you. And I am so excited to be with you.
Well, we're so excited. And again, Freddie's known Linda for a long time. Linda brings in DJ about a month ago.
Yeah.
Now, Freddie knows nobody's name, right? He knows you as Hamburger. DJ means nothing. She walks in and he's like, "I know you." And they've known each other for years.
Oh, of course. Freddie knows everybody, right?
With Leslie Jock in the Haitian Nation.
Aw.
Yes, indeed. And to your point, Ms. Hamburger, networking is so essential. Not only it's essential for any type of businesses, but also it helps with references. Has Freddie probably never remember my name, but then it's a reference. He could refer to me to in regards to my work with Leslie Shack at the radio. And Miss Hamburgers know that cancer is not contagious. She was like, "Oh,
I didn't want to say that."
It jumps from one person to another, not.
DJ, you are so active in the community. And wait, I had the pleasure of going out with both of you ladies and Steve a few weeks ago. And you said to me, your whole family, it's about the purpose and what's in your heart, even over the money.
Yes. I often say that money doesn't bring you happiness, but happiness brings you money. If you're happy doing what you're doing, the money will always come. If you're opening a business, the money will come as long as you're happy doing what you're doing. Even as Ms. Hamburger says, if you volunteer and you ask for $50, it's really not the value of it, but it's the purpose. Not only it shows your confidence, but then you could upsell later on because you've proven yourself.
Which is true. And Linda was talking to me about Amp Media Futures Foundation. And DJ and Linda have so graciously said, let's help get it off the ground.
Awesome.
Let's create an event and let's do this. So I'm excited. And DJ sends me all these things on my board and what it should look like. And I'm like,
I know,
in the
it's
headlights,
overwhelming,
DJ.
right?
Truly.
It's overwhelming.
So I feel like I need a step-by-step. People that do this like me, because you have a passion, and I know in my heart that I want to make a difference for our crew and the youth. But all the paperwork and the I's and the T's and the first event to raise money, I know you've got some great ideas.
Yes, and the point is not really to overwhelm. The point is really to make you understand that around your community, within your network, as we were speaking earlier, you have the right person to do the right thing. If I say you have to post 3 times a day, then you're thinking, when am I going to have time? But you know somebody in your network who could do it. If I say you need to be validated, you need to have people speak about you. Oh my God, how am I going to do that? Well, Ms. Hamburger could write a press release. So the point is really to make you feel like I need good foundation and I need to tap into my resources. And your resources really your family, the people around you. I often talk about my business family, my radio family, my cancer family, because I know where to tap in to get all the resources that I need.
And you have so many resources. I mean, Linda just was touching on it. You were in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago interviewing with some great people.
Yes. And I'm going to continue being a real advocate, not only for the community, but for businesses in general. And oftentimes, we forget the people that we know who really hold the solutions to what we call problems. And I don't want to call them problems. I really want to look at them as challenges. So we want to open an organization and help the children. We want to bring in autism. We want to talk about networking. All this is there. We just have to connect the right dots. And we live in a small world. It's really 3 degrees of separation. We all know each other somehow.
What do you think the benefits? I'm going to ask both of you ladies. There's so many networking events where people go and they hand out their card.
I hate that.
And
they just go through the room and hand
it
out their
stops. And then I even follow up on the card. You know what they tell me? That's not a viable business. I'm really not ready to do anything with it. I have to get it off the ground. Oh, I don't want this. And I'm thinking, then why were you there and why are you giving it your cards? Is there a better way or a more powerful way to be doing this?
I'd like to interject because
Please.
I've done a lot of networking. The best, when you go to a networking event, don't work the room. That is the worst thing you can do because all you're doing is giving people your card. Just focus on 1 or 2 people and get to know that person. And then do a follow-up. And that's the way you make really good connections and quality. That's what I've done all my life.
What do you think, DJ? The importance
Well,
of
for
networking.
me, I have 2 points that I want to make. Oftentimes, for example, I attend a lot of expos that allow you to be part of something like a guidebook where you could see ahead of time who's going to be there. So you could decide who you really want to meet or whose business align with what you want to do or your cause. The second thing, which is kind of a pet peeve, if you're going to a networking event and it's always the same people, just don't go there. You need exciting. I get my honesty from Miss Hamburger. You want new blood. You want people who are very dynamic and who love what they're doing, because oftentimes you walk into a room and people say, well, I've been doing this for so long, but this is not working.
Yeah, they're bored with themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The energy that I felt 12 years ago or 13 years ago when I started the chamber, it's still the same energy because my cause, my passion, my purpose, they are here.
Well, tell us about the chamber. Tell us about why you started it.
Well, I just started the chamber because we wanted to have the means of our politics. We felt that in Broward County and Palm Beach County specifically, there were a lot of Haitians or people doing business with Haitians, but they did not know each other. They were not connected. And for the first 10 years, that basically what we did is ensure that the right people get connected at the right time for the right reason. I always use this phrase because it's time, and they call it times and tides. I could meet with you today and then nothing happened. And then 5 years later, we do something great. So for the first 10 years, what we basically did is try to get at least 200 people that are, I would say, legit in the sense of what they want to do, how they want to progress, and also help them understand that online visibility is important. My background is in electrical engineering, and I'm good with computers. I want to have the visibility. I want all the businesses to have the visibility that they deserve based on their products, but mostly for them to be able to earn more money. So basically, when people tell me, so what is it that you do at the chamber? I don't do it alone. We have a team, and our members have 2 purposes. Make sure they get the right visibility in order for them to increase their revenue.
Is it different?
And I love it.
The difference of working with a Haitian business?
Well, here's one thing that sometimes people don't think about. It's not a Haitian Chamber of Commerce in a sense that only Haitians are part of it. Miss Hamburgers had the pleasure of teaching, facilitating, attending our meetings. Everything is conducted in English. It just so happened that people who are doing business with Haitian or good Haitian doing businesses or doing great business for Haitian or with other communities are welcome, whether it's a governmental entity, a nonprofit, an actor, a filmmaker, a volunteer, a student, a retiree, plus the business owners, we welcome them.
Are you open to having students come as being part of it?
Oh, yes, we love those students and we take them early and we have a great company and I'm hoping to introduce them to you, the Scholarship Floods, who wants to give scholarship to all the students in South Florida.
C squared, you hear that? Our sound, the girl
We
who's
want them
on
to be
sound,
students.
she is
Yes,
from
we want
Haiti, and she's now
Aw.
involved in a Hispanic sorority of 4 girls. And she's so great and community-based, and she tells you like it is, and she's been working with us behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, so she's on sound right now, so maybe we can connect you guys.
That's
Definitely. Thank you. You see how we connect?
That right. It's all
Right?
about networking.
Which is why
Thank you. Can I interject just to make it really quick?
Please.
When I was younger, my thing was hitting the bar. Okay, and the free food. It was all about hitting the bar and the free food. I couldn't believe people paid me to work a room and party. I don't know what I said, but anyway,
You worked it though.
DJ is an amazing event producer. Okay, so she would say, "Why don't you come to some of the shows that I'm having?" Was it not Old School Square? What was the name of it in Delray?
The Arts Garage.
The Arts Garage. And
Oh,
you would
yeah,
invite
yeah.
me, right, to these events with these fantastic performers. I didn't know. I couldn't tell you a word that they were singing because I don't speak Creole or French. I barely can do English. But we could get up and dance. And so she would introduce me to the most important, unbelievable people. I mean, really unbelievable people that I never thought would be in my life. And it was because they would get up and we'd all be dancing.
That's what it's about. Well, Monday night, ladies, save the date. And you as well, and everyone who's watching. Starting this Monday, we're going to be it's a restaurant, 388 by
I gotta
Mr.
go there.
Sal.
Yeah.
Right on Federal Highway on the east side of the street, south of Spanish River.
Okay.
We're going to be there partnering with True Oldies Radio. So we're going to do a show after hours. Drinks are half price, hors d'oeuvres are half price. We're trying not to call it a networking event because people don't want to do that. They want
Right.
to come out and drink and be on the radio and have fun.
Right.
So come on out, have fun, meet and greet, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody come up with a term for it. On Monday nights, 5:30 to about 7.
That's awesome.
And let's see what we can put together. And maybe, DJ, we can somehow position this to help the foundation as well. And True Oldies has been so great, and 388 has been terrific.
That's
to partner
awesome.
with us.
And I wanted to add one thing. You see how Miss Hamburger was saying that she comes to the event, she didn't understand the words, but the vibe, the music, and the dancing. One of the things that I encourage people to do is not to be afraid. Don't assume that, okay, well, Broadway Cafe is going to do something. I'm not into Broadway. I'm not into cafes. I'm not into this. Just go. And often I tell people, even a realtor will come to an event that doesn't even sound like something that is related to their field. And guess what? They need a publicist. They need to wear nice shirts. They need to drink coffee. They need to just connect with people. Don't be afraid because too many people have great ideas and they sit on it and they're waiting for that big money, that big partner, that big husband, that good no. Just go there and enjoy it. It's just life. Enjoy living it.
Yeah, because you never know who you're going to meet and who they're going to connect you to or could introduce you to your husband.
Are we starting the dating?
Yes! I love to fix people up. I'm telling you. I've got a couple marriages under my belt. Yeah, I have.
DJ, tell us about the first event we're going to be talking about for the Futures Foundation. You have some great ideas.
You're a little low. I'm not hearing you.
For the Cups and Bowls event?
Yes, the cup and bowl events. I think it's a great idea, not only for networking but also for the show. Now, imagine if we have several months for celebrating several different cultures or causes, and then we have those ceramic bowls that we could just go to different restaurants and introduce not only the culture, but allow people to come and do food tasting. So let's say in a plaza around Spanish River on the east and Federal Highway, and there's about 11 restaurants in that plaza. So now, in order for us to fundraise money for the organization, our fan base will purchase that bowl, so the money comes to the foundation, and then those businesses get visibility and possibly increase of revenue by allowing people who have purchased the ball from us to come and taste their food. They could put a cap on the amount of money that's being spent, and then that person who has the ball can only choose 3 restaurants within that plaza. We get reviews. The dynamic of exchange, it's just so high. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. We found one restaurant already that said they're all in.
Yeah.
It's called Beauregard's Fine Meats and Butchery. If you like pastrami sandwiches, they were just voted the best pastrami sandwich in Boca Raton.
Wow.
And it's right on 20th Street and Federal Highway, so it's around the corner.
Yep.
And there's an entire plaza there. There's a coffee, there's cookies, there's Beauregard's, there's
That's perfect.
Senor Burrito. We just have to hit each one
Yeah.
and see how we can work all this
Yeah.
together. Which would be and then your son has a coffee shop up the street.
Yes, and the thing about it, the thing that connects us is really food.
Amen to that.
Around the table.
Absolutely, breaking bread, baby. That's the best way to meet people and just have fun, and there's no pressure, and absolutely.
Wow. Thank you, DJ, so much for joining us. I'm so excited. I hope
It's
you
a
come out on
pleasure.
Monday night.
Oh, definitely. It's a pleasure, and I look forward to being with you and working with you. Thank you, Ms. Hamburger, for the connect, and thank you guys for being awesome.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Linda, we're going to take a commercial break, but before we do, I want people to know how they can reach you and contact you.
Oh, okay. So you want me to just throw that out now?
Yes, please.
Okay, it's called For the Resumes, On-Call Resumes. And again, you can Google On-Call Resumes but the text and the office number are 954-253-1176. So that's 954-253-1176. And I try to be very responsive. So if people get in touch with me, for example, the first thing I'm going to say isn't, I can do your resume and this is how much it's going to cost. That's not what I'm going to say. I am going to ask you what is going on in your situation specific to you right now. I'm not your psychologist, but I want to get to know you. It's part of the process.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got True Crime Tuesday. We've got, what other games do we have? We have Goat game, and then we're going to talk to you a little bit more, Linda, about really the nitty-gritty of what some of our crew are going through and how maybe we can do some Q&A.
How much longer is the show?
Whatever you want it to be. We'll talk. We're going to go to commercial break. More to come. She's hilarious. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You can come get your
You're good.
purse. Come on in. Wait, just pick up that
wait.
pillow so she doesn't trip. Thank you. Emily's getting nervous. She's throwing pillows around.
Oh, yeah.
She's hot. She's
Don't
doing
be
a whole kind of
nervous.
thing.
You're adorable. Thank you. You're welcome.
You forgot Steve, too? You're leaving, but Steve's not?
Yeah, I know, Steve, come along.
Steve, come along. She's leaving.
She's so funny.
Steve, she took her purse, but she left you.
Bye.
Anytime.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
so much.
What a
She's
character.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh. It's like, wait, what just happened? I thought she was going to.
So save the date, 388 by Mr. Sal, Monday nights at 5:30. Come on out, meet and greet the cafe. Be part of our live studio audience. Interview is going to air on Fridays on True Oldies Radio. 6 real radio stations from the Keys all the way up to Fort Pierce, almost to Melbourne Beach. So we're going to be there on Mondays. DJ LaFleur is going to be there. She is amazing, right?
She is awesome. I can't wait to meet her. I put it in my calendar.
Good.
I'll make sure I don't laugh as hard.
You can laugh.
Oh my gosh. The show that I
We
did.
use handhelds. You can laugh.
The show that I did with Richard, and Freddie was telling me
kept
that.
popping the mics off.
Yes, and because I'm so loud, and I don't mean to be loud, but
Well,
my
no.
laugh is loud, so.
So at least we figured it out, right?
Right.
So
Oh
we've
my
learned
God.
that the laugh, when the mic goes out, it resets the whole board. You reset out the whole radio station with your
mercy.
laugh.
Can you believe that? I
And there
love
you
that
go
though.
again.
That's hysterical.
They're loving our energy, which is they're cracking up. But so Dawn will be there on Monday. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So come on out and have some fun with us. Half price drinks. You get a drink for $7. So come on out. You know, a whole night out there. You can spend $35.
Happy, food too, right?
Yep, food too.
That's awesome.
You know, a whole night you can get an appetizer, a salad, and a drink for $35, and have a whole lot
Nowadays
of
you
fun.
can't do that. Let me tell you.
Can't do that
Oh
at
my
all.
gosh.
Tomorrow, if you're around, come, because Tracy Latome, our cocktail concierge,
hello.
is going to be co-hosting with me, and our specialty drink is espresso martini. So,
Girl, remember when I made chocolate martinis for everybody?
Yes, you want to
Those
come?
were awesome.
Maybe you'll come. It'll
Maybe
help
I'll
our
come.
headaches.
Huh?
It's got to be a cure for headaches.
Oh, I don't think so.
You don't?
Girl,
We'll try
I
it and see
can't
how
drink
it goes.
anymore. I get major migraines from drinking.
I know.
It sucks.
So things to do, but that'll be on tomorrow's show. But we have a new segment we're kicking off, and Emily has been so kind. She's been co-hosting with me this week, but I wanted her to be on the other side of the camera today.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
She came to us from, oh my gosh, a gift from God. Heather is truly like one of our guardian angels on Friday, and you said you're always passionate about doing true crime series and stories, which is amazing to me because I know people love true crime. And to me, I don't like watching all of that death and gore.
It's definitely a specific kind of taste.
What is it about it that you really are drawn to?
So I guess I would say it's just human behavior.
Yeah.
It's seeing what people are capable of, although it's disturbing and it's horrible. But just seeing what goes through someone's head, what led up to that, and especially the people in most true crime cases, especially when it's got domestic violence, unfortunately, it looks so perfect on the outside. And it's just everything that people keep hidden and the crimes that they commit, it is truly baffling. So it's really interesting to me to get into those stories and find out the thought processes and see where justice has been dropped. There's a lot of times where the police have had the opportunity to take these cases, especially when it's say a 18-year-old. They are always marked as runaways. And that's really, it's very damaging to these cases because they don't get those first 48 hours that they need for getting the investigation done. And they're losing crucial time. So there's a lot of times where the ball has been dropped. There's a lot of times that families didn't get the word out because, I mean, it's usually people that are in Black communities, sadly, that there is a thing like the white woman effect, where we see a lot of like cases that aren't publicized because they're not from like an affluent family.
Blonde hair, blue-eyed.
Yeah, so that is something that I'm really looking to publicize too, is a lot of cases that we might not know that might be unsolved still and maybe bring justice to those people.
You think culturally it's different? I know the answer, but it's a sad answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is.
You know, I have to tell you, I've known several people that have been murdered. I know most people don't, but this story, this is so interesting how God protected me. In high school, a good friend of my brother's, and I knew his sister really well, a couple of his sisters really well, and he disappeared. And nobody could find him. And everybody was looking for him, his best friend. I'm not going to name any names. But so fast forward, I moved to New York. I came back home. And I meet the best friend of this guy who's been murdered. And he starts flirting with me, but he never called me. I come to find out he actually murdered him.
Oh, my goodness.
Put it in the canal, his van in the canal. Yeah, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
How did you find out?
Well, because it was actually, he was talking to someone at a bar and he was basically confessing to this woman that he did this and how it happened. So she went to the police. Now, one of the sisters was a detective.
Bless you.
And you're so cute, bless you. Was a detective, and unfortunately, because so much time had passed, it had been 25, 30 years. That's it. But you know what? He's in hell. Let me tell you,
So nothing happened. He murders this guy, confesses, and because it was
past the date, which is stupid.
But
But the sister who was the detective, she took that to Tallahassee and changed the law.
That's crazy that you bring up Tallahassee because that is actually where our first episode of True Crime Tuesdays, it's going to take place, is in Tallahassee. So,
really?
Yes, I am going to be looking at cases from all over. So if you do have a true crime case that you are interested in, please drop it in the comments so that I can look at it, get a story going. But yes, the very first case, we are going down to Tallahassee, and it is so interesting. I will say it's Jerry Michael Williams, I believe is his name. And I don't want to give any other information. I'm sure you can Google it. But I want to give you guys the full story beyond the headlines. And it'll be very, very interesting. So.
Are you going deep into the story? Are you kind of researching it yourself as you go along?
Yes, so I am researching it myself. I'm getting as many documents as I can. Of course, I'm going to credit all of the journalists that have done all this incredible work, but a lot of it does come from interviews, from press releases, what's released to the public. And if possible, I would love to talk to survivors, to victims, families themselves, and hear what they have to say and what they went through, because there's so much that's untold that doesn't get summed up. You only have so much room in a news story, so many characters allowed. But once you get into it, there's a lot more that people haven't put out there. So
it's so sad. And I know you're going to be sensitive because these are real life murders. This isn't just movies. To families and children that this hurts.
Yes.
These are their family members.
That's something that a lot of people don't take they don't think about, is that this is entertainment to them, yes. But when you start looking into the crime scene photos, which is something I've done a lot with my own life with investigative reporting, is I started looking into crime scene photos that were straight from the press and or that never got released to the press, and they really, really show you how real this is. It's not just entertainment. These are real people that went through horrific experiences. These are families that are living generations that have to go through trauma, that they don't have their grandma anymore. They don't have their mother anymore. And sadly, that's usually who it is women. And it's a lot of times murdered by people that you know. So you really don't know somebody, and that is one of the biggest roles I could give to anybody that's true crime obsessed or living their life, and just you don't know anybody, so be safe.
And you know what? My cousin was murdered. Telling you, girl, this is the second one. I've known 3.
Oh my gosh,
my cousin
I'm
was
sorry.
murdered when I was 15. She had gone to a bar with her girlfriend, got in a fight. Now this is way back. Got in a fight with her girlfriend. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. She started walking home. There was a guy in the bar who followed her and beat her to death.
It's terrifying.
And my aunt forgave him. She was a very strong Christian woman, forgave him. But what it impacted me at 15, because I became very aware of my surroundings. You always look people in the eye. Even though you may not remember them, always look them in the eye, because then they're going to be like, okay, I'm going over there. Never leave or walk home alone at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't care where you live. That is not a wise decision.
Right.
You know, so for me, when I moved to Manhattan, I had an attitude. I had 3 older brothers, and I had an attitude. And I refused to be a victim. But unfortunately, there are circumstances that happen that people, especially women, you have to be aware of your surroundings.
It's very unavoidable, and I think that is one thing that I'm going to touch on in this series is there is a big problem between victims of stalking and law enforcement and what they can do, because you can't do anything to combat stalking until they actually do something to you.
Yeah.
So
which is so stupid.
So we try to be safe. You could have someone looking through your window texting you crazy, but there's nothing they can do until they actually are harming you. So
and social media also.
Yeah.
There was a client that Freddie had, and he would always come in and say, "Can I take a picture of me with him?"
Uh-oh.
And I thought,
No
sure,
big deal.
because
Right.
no big deal, because people
Just
take
be
pictures
nice.
all the time. And it turns out he had like a secret Facebook page of him and me, and all these pictures. Now,
Oh,
nothing
my
graphic,
goodness.
like nothing. I mean, they were
but
all professional
It can
studio, but
escalate.
right.
You have no idea.
And even when I can look for it, I can't find that page.
Oh
but
my
only certain,
God.
like Freddie had access to, and he says, "Do you see?" I'm like, "But this was your client. This is craziness."
Yeah.
But even stuff like that is right.
So I, in college, actually was a victim of stalking, and that is one thing that really propelled me towards wanting to do this as a career. And as you said, it escalates, and this man he's in prison now. Thank
God.
goodness.
Wow. So how'd you catch
So
him?
it's crazy, but I'll give the shortened story. He had been stalking me. He had been following me. He actually had an attempted kidnap charge.
Against you?
Yes. And
my word.
And it wasn't just
Girl.
me. So when I went to the police, because I told them over and over, this man is stalking me, there was nothing they could do. Finally, after I will say, everybody wants to say, why didn't you go to the police? When I was in college, when I had the attempted kidnapping, I was so shook up that I couldn't leave my room. I was terrified. It took until the next morning for my friends to take me there
How did
to
that
help
happen?
me. So I was walking home from the library, and I mean, I'm not going to victim blame myself, of course, but it was dark. Nobody else. I was studying for finals, and I had nobody to walk home from the library with. And after this all happened, skipping forward, but we actually started a chain for college girls to walk each other home so that this wouldn't happen. But this man grabbed me from the back and tried to throw me in his car.
Wow.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I fought him off with all of my might. I ran for my life. I got home, and he knew where I lived, so I wasn't safe. And I went the next morning. I locked myself in my room. My friends were terrified for their lives as well. We went to the police the next morning. I told them what had happened, and they showed me a picture of the man, and they said, is this the guy who tried to kidnap you last night? I said, yes, and they said he actually kidnapped another girl about 2 hours later and sexually assaulted her.
Oh, God.
So he went to prison, and I actually did some media work in college. There was about 5 girls that he was stalking, and it was terrifying, and they didn't take us seriously until it was too late, until someone else got hurt. And that's something that just blew my mind completely. So until it's too late is when we finally help women.
Well, now your platform just got bigger.
Yeah, so
because
that's
then,
exactly what I want to do.
You know, as women, we are, unfortunately, we are more vulnerable, and you have to be so aware. I know I had a stalker in New York when I was in Brooklyn. I would get off the bus, and this guy would like follow me home, and I would never go. I decided I'm not going to my door because I didn't want him to know where I lived. And I literally went up to him the next day. He was there, and I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, and he's like, "I just think you're pretty." I go, "Well, stop it. You're freaking me out." And he never bothered me again. Now, that's rare. I mean, that's rare. Normally, but I was just like,
I need to be more like you. And I think all women should take a lesson is not saying that you're mean, but we need to be mean. We need to be rude to people because that's the things that will keep us alive. Because I victim blamed myself forever because how I met my stalker outside was, he was from another country. He was all alone outside of the library. He struck up a conversation with me, and I felt so bad for him. I said, this guy has no friends. He's in a foreign country. Of course I'll be your friend. And that led down apparently he had been doing this to a lot of other women and putting the same charade on. And that's how it all happened, was being too nice. So don't go out of your way to be nice to strangers. Don't smile at men. Don't do things like that. Just be rude.
But you know, in society, we're still in this society where women are this nurturing, let me be nice, this is what our role is.
Smile for me.
Now, if you're walking down the street with Nathan, or you're walking down the street with G-Man,
you'd be fine.
you can smile and be fine all day long because they know not to mess with you. But you know, even if you're walking down the street with Casey, it would be different. Or Chelsea.
And
just women together, we feel like we should be nice, we should smile.
I'm actually very nice. That just, I became a New Yorker in that moment.
But you're right, though.
You know, there are certain instances that I can
Because I think in Florida we feel like, oh, it's beachy, it's laid back.
No,
it's not New York, but it's not.
No.
And even having protection on you, I had mace. My mother sends me a care package every year when I was in college because I would somehow lose my taser because she was so dead set on having a taser, having mace, having all these things.
Did you use it?
And I did have them, but the thing is, unless you have it in your hands, it is of no use. So when you're getting grabbed from the back, I had no chance to reach in my book bag and grab the things that could have saved me. Thankfully, I have 3 brothers that are older than me, so I knew how to fight them off. But I am speaking for myself, but the person that came after me was not so fortunate. So these are little things, these snippets that I'm going to give for these episodes are really dark, and they are human experiences. So as entertaining as it might be, just remember that these are real people that are going through these situations, and a lot of people that are still missing and maybe you have the missing key to get them home. So, or to get their family justice that they've been searching for decades. So that's definitely a big part of this. So
Interesting. Wow. It's going to be a great segment.
I'm
show.
very excited. I have
Learn more
so
and more
much.
about everyone
So
every day.
when exactly are you launching?
So I'm hoping to do this Tuesday. I'm not exactly
coming
sure
Tuesday?
the time. I am
Okay.
working on the script for my first case that I'm going to do. Again, that one's out of Tallahassee. I have a few really special ones. I'm trying not to do ones that everybody knows because
Right.
those have enough publicity. You know, I'm not trying to get into the John Benet Ramseys, all of those. Of course,
Right.
they're entertaining and we want to know who did it. But we want to shine a light on a lot of the people that don't
Forgotten.
have that
Yeah.
platform.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
Nice job.
thank you. Thank you. I've been looking forward to this. I have been a dedicated crime junkie for so long. And I go to sleep comforted by true crime, which is so weird. And I shouldn't be comforted by it, but I'm so interested in it. And I feel like I have the capability and the empathy to help these victims and help their families. So what better platform than
You
to
are
do
now
it
in the
here?
deep end.
Yeah.
You put yourself in. You dove right in. So
I am.
You know what, Emily? When you have your first couple under your belt, I'll send it to my girlfriend's daughter who
Please
works for
do.
Dateline because you never know.
Wow.
That's really the goal, is to get myself out there, but to, more than that, just to get these victims. If anybody, you know, there's a lot of places that need funding, a lot of DNA centers that are ran by, you know, small nonprofits that they need help getting the funding to get these DNA things ran. So there's a lot of fundraising that can be done. There's a lot of things that we can do to spread the word of missing persons, especially around here in South Florida. If you know of a case, of course, I'd love to cover it. So.
Now, are you going to like police departments to interview the police? Is that part of your
that
program?
could be if I get into a local case, or especially one that's ongoing. Of
Right.
course, especially cold cases, that would be the goal, and I will 100% want to reach out. But
Okay.
as for the first case, it is solved after a long time, but it is a very entertaining case. It's one that you will fall down a rabbit hole with. So we don't need to do that exactly, but there are cases where, yes, I want to speak directly to the cops. And a lot of cases, the people that were working the case are not there anymore because, you know, they retire. It's been years. So that is something else, is that new departments are taking on these cases and they have a new fresh set of eyes and they are eager to get the word out. So it's very refreshing to take on maybe something from the 80s and bring it to light. And we have definitely some dedicated detectives out there that are doing boots on the ground work, but they still need publicity.
other boots on the
Yes.
ground.
So
Tune in on
exactly.
Tuesday for that. Nice job. Tune in on Tuesday.
Yes, of course. Please show
That's
up
awesome.
Tuesday. You know where to find me. And again, if you have a case that you are obsessed with, drop it in the comments. I will look it over. I will probably do a show on it. So I could even shout you out. But drop it below. I would love to hear it. I want to fall down a rabbit hole.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, I think we've got a game to do.
Oh,
Greatest
joy.
of all time, GOAT. So let's see what they put together. And then we've got faith stories today. So a full day. More to come on the other side of this commercial break. We'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listening to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
The owners of Amp Media Productions and the Brooklyn Cafe show, Dawn and Freddie S., are excited to announce the launch of its new nonprofit educational charity, the Amp Media Futures Foundation. This foundation gives college students the tools that they need by providing them hands-on learning experiences in business, marketing, communication, and media creation. To donate or volunteer, contact AMP2 Media Productions by email at info@ampfutures.org.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, and we are back.
Okay.
I got to tell you, not a whole lot of guests, but a fun show. That was amazing. All right, so Chelsea put together a game. It's called GOAT, Greatest of All Time. So, Nathan.
Tom Brady.
I don't know what we're going to do.
That wasn't easy for me to say, though.
All right, so let's see what we got. Nate, you ready, or Jay? All right, let's roll it. Grab a mic, Neville. We have audio on this?
Oh.
Conversation starters.
GOAT superpower. Oh, Lord.
GOAT superpower.
I hope it's
What's
big
your
like
greatest
that.
of all time superpower?
Oh.
I guess we won't have choices. I guess she changed it. Just what you think. What's your superpower?
I think my laugh.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah, totally my laugh. It's very engaging.
That
or
is
you
true.
don't like it. I've had people say, you're too loud. I'm like, I'm sorry. Move.
What's your GOAT superpower? I know we have to make that a two-shot. Casey, what's your superpower since the camera's on you?
I'd say my hoop earrings.
Your what earrings?
Hoop earrings. I've been wearing since I was like really young. I've been wearing them because my grandma wears them.
Oh.
That's your superpower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Emily, what's your superpower?
Effective writing.
That and cursive writing.
Effective writing. Get the point across and make it intense.
Yeah.
What's your superpower?
I can get really hyper fixated on details.
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Yes,
good though.
For good or for worse.
He's hyperfixated on computers and the cameras and the lighting.
That's awesome. What about you?
My superpower is my magic.
Your magic?
Yes, I can create magic with my hands, which is why I have the wand.
The wand.
Yes, but I don't always have this with me, so I have to be able to have magic without the wand. 100%. Jay, what's your superpower? Just a no. Nathan, your superpower? What did he say? Fee?
Speed.
Super speed? Okay. All right, what's
Feed
next?
us. What?
See what's next. Goat superpower. Oh, please. I don't know any rapper's name.
Me neither.
So are these our rapper names?
Yes.
Okay, well, my name's Emily, so it goes with Eminem. That's what my brothers called me when I was little, so I have to steal.
I think Casey is just perfect.
Like in the Sunshine Band.
Just the letter, exactly.
Does she even know
So she
who the
even knows.
Sunshine
I know some of the songs. Yeah.
Neville.
Man, when I was back in like high school, I've been called Neville the Devil.
Ooh.
There's
Wow.
also a book called that, by the way.
I don't know. They tell me, don't go away, you're no good for me, but that's not a rapper's name.
No, I know.
I don't have a rapper. What's your
Hello.
same name?
Yeah, hello. Yeah,
You
no
guys
cl-
should be D squared.
Oh, together. Double D.
I'm sorry.
The double D's, that's our rapper's name. Anyone else in studio? Kendrick Lamar. That's your going to be rapper's name? Okay. What's Jay's?
All right, hold on. Look, so the point of this game is to say who is your favorite.
Oh, well, you should have told us that. I don't know any rappers
I
anyway.
don't know rappers, so
Honestly, me neither.
white woman, older. Got it?
Sorry, Chelsea's not here to explain it. So.
All right, we're going to hold this until Chelsea comes back.
Yeah,
How's
I
that?
think that's wise.
All
And
right.
make sure I'm not here.
We'll hold it when Chelsea comes back so she can explain the game.
I was going to say, when she said the goat superpower, I was going to say flying, but then
Flying would be good.
wasn't realistic.
All right, so today's National Senior Citizens Day. So if you didn't get that game, neither did we. So you guys are awesome. There's a snort. Tune in today to Faith Stories with Dawn
That's my
DeMarco
superpower,
Book.
snort.
Tell us about your superpower. Who's your guest today?
Oh, Anne Monaco Pearson. She's my pinch hitter. Thank you, Anne. She's going to be awesome. She's going to be singing some amazing songs she wrote through her divorce. So it's going to be very therapeutic and uplifting, I hope.
She's going to sing songs about her divorce, but we're going to be
No, but
uplifted.
it helped her through her divorce, I should say.
That
And
goes
it's-
along with Freddie's birthday card line. You've got fat ankles. Happy birthday. Sorry, Freddie.
I guess I should have worded that better. Sorry, Anne.
It's about her faith and how she got through her divorce, maybe. Exactly. It's all good. But tune in today to Faith Stories at 3 o'clock. More
Don't
to come.
forget.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.